Hello, my name is Mooncat and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to talk about my top daily special picks for the 2021 spring event. Now before I get into the daily specials, there are a few things I want to say regarding getting the main event building. The main event building is the Sushin Mill, not sure if that's how you pronounce it. It's 4x5 and it has 9 levels. Now at max level it gives 11 forge points, 25 goods and 33% supply boost. So if this is something you want to do, there are a few steps you need to do in order to ensure that you actually get it. Which is unfortunate, and I do hope that they will make some changes from beta to live, but so far we have received no feedback to that effect, so for now we have to assume that the event will be the same as on beta. And for that, I go over it here in detail here. I'll link this in the description, but basically, unless you have the event surprise box, you will not be able to get the Sushin Mill fully leveled for free. And if you do have the event surprise box, then you need to use your lanterns on animals that give you maximum amount of steps. So if you want to go for the main event building, unless they make changes from beta to live, which they might, and if they do, I will update this video. I will probably make an update video as well. But if they don't make any changes, then you have to go for animals that maximizes the jump length over daily special chance. So if we go back here at the table, here's a wiki page which is really nice. It gives you sorting table, sortable table of all the animals you can choose from. So you can sort by distance or you can sort by daily special. So if you want to go for the Sushin Mill, then you do need to go for the maximum distance ones, which are the silver ones followed by the gold ones, which are also incidentally more or less almost the worst for daily specials. So that's very sad. I do hope they make changes, but for now, just be aware of that. Now, if you are going for daily specials, then it's almost the reverse. It is a slightly awkward order here. You can't just go for the white ones, because here you can see we have the rabbit, the butterfly, and the mouse are the white ones, and you can see that they are quite spread out. So one way to do this is simply remember this order or write down this order somewhere, or just keep this page open. Or you can use the Foe helper, which will have a helper to guide you with this, to show you which animal is the best for daily special and best for distance for each attempt. So I would recommend getting the Foe helper, but if you can't, I would use this website or this wiki page, just sort them here by daily special, and then go in this order to choose the best one. So with that out of the way, let me go over my top picks for the daily specials. I will start with attacking buildings, then I will talk about resource buildings, so forge points and goods, and then finally some situational buildings or daily specials that you might want to go for. So for attack, first of all, we have the Sentinel Outpost. This is the most efficient attack building. So if you don't have a lot of space in your city, or if you want some of these to fill in some empty spaces in your city, they're very easy to fit. They're 1 by 1. I would go for some of these. As you can see, it gives up to 4% attacking defense, so defense for your attacking army, which is very, very good for its size. Now personally, I really love this building, but it is a little bit boring, so for me, I will definitely be going for the Cherry Garden set. In terms of efficiency, this is slightly worse for attack, but it does give attacking attack. So if you need attack for your attacking army instead of defense for your attacking army, I will go for the Cherry Garden set. And also you will get more attack per daily specials going for the Cherry Garden set. So that is another reason why you might go for this instead of the Sentinel. Now I do have a couple of videos going over attack designs, so I will link those. I won't go over it in details, but here you can see the basic design in the upper left corner. You have a simple 5x5 Sakura or cherry garden design where you swap out one pond with one Sakura. So 5x5, and for that you get 20 attack, which is 0.8 attack per tile. And what's so great about this is that it has a static attack, meaning that it has the same attack for all ages. This means this is especially good for people in lower ages. But on the flip side, it does lose some of its efficiency, or it does get comparatively worse as you age up. But for most ages, this is among the absolute best attack sets. And even in the space ages, I would consider this perhaps not at the top, or it's not at the top, but it is very decent. You can get above 1 attack per tile, which is my standard for what is a good design. So here we have some simpler designs. Check out these videos for more details, but then you can expand those to get some more complicated designs which are more efficient, and then you can go really, really crazy, get some really big designs. Big stuff like this where you can get a really good efficiency, a lot of raw attack. So very, very nice, and I really, really like this set. You can also, if you want to go for something crazy like this, here you can see how it looks. It's really crazy. I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's not terrible. It is quite efficient actually, but I would only go for this for the fun factor. Here you can see you can stack it if you want. This looks absolutely crazy. Here is what it might look like in your city. I wouldn't go for this unless you really wanted to, because of the fun factor. But yeah, it's an option. Now, some of you might wonder if the Pagoda is a good attack option, specifically the Fire Pagoda. And no, it's not. It gives up to 12 attack for a 4x4 building, so 16 tiles. That means that at its max, it gives 0.75 attack per tile, which is worse than the Sakura or the Spring Garden. However, this has a dynamic attack or scaling attack, so it gets more attack as you age it up. So that means in lower ages, so in late Middle Ages or Colonial, for example, it only gives 8 attack or 0.5 attack per tile. So this is a lot worse for all ages, especially for lower ages when it comes to attack. So I would not go for this. And when it comes to forge points, I would not go for this either. So for forge points, I would go for the Hanami bridge, and specifically the Mikawa bridge, which gives at max level 10 forge points and 25 goods, which is really nice. So if you are after resources, so forge points and goods, this is the one I would go for. It does have another option, the Mikoto bridge, but that gives, as you can see, 3 fewer forge points, 10 fewer goods, but in return for that you get attack for your city defense. Now for me, attack for city defense is pretty worthless. I would not go for this. I would not, exchange those resources for city defense. So for me, I would 100% go for the Mikawa bridge if you're after forge points. This is a 4x6 building, so quite big, but still, I really like the look of it. It looks really cool, and it does give a lot of resources. So then we go into some situational daily specials. First of all, we have the Rogue Hideout. Now, if you are an attacker, you probably already know the benefit of this, but if you don't have one in your city, if perhaps you're starting a new city and you don't have one yet, this is a really great building. One of these, in combination with an Alcatraz, is great for all fighters. You will get a lot of rogues, and in most ages you will be fighting with rogues a lot. So if you don't have one of these, I would pick up one of these. And you probably don't need more than one, and you can go for the shrink kit as well to make it smaller, but you probably don't need more than one. But I would go for this if you don't have it already. Now, another situational item is the Renovation Kit. I usually wouldn't recommend going for this in events, but if none of the other rewards interest you, this is definitely an okay option to renovate your older event buildings, bring them up to your current age, produce current age goods from them, perhaps increase the attack, increase the population, and so on. So if you need some of the renovation kits and none of the other rewards interest you too much, I would consider going for this. Now, again, there are a lot of other ways to get these, so I probably wouldn't go for this unless you don't want any of the other kits or any of the other rewards. Another situational item is the store building. Now, in the early days of this game, I considered this a very bad reward. I really didn't like it. But as my city have grown, as I have gotten more and more event buildings, as I have gotten less and less space to use, I've really gotten to value this. And especially with the antique stealer, this is a great item actually. So if none of the other daily specials interest you, if you have old event buildings that you want to get rid of, for example, Shrine of Knowledge, for example, they're becoming outdated now. If you have, for example, wishing wells in your main world, so not in a diamond world, but in your main world, then I would consider going for a few of these, storing those buildings and selling them to the antique dealer. Now, if I personally I'm going for a spring garden, but if I wasn't going for that, I would definitely consider picking up a few of these, because I do have a lot of Shrines of Knowledge, Wishing Wells, and other older event buildings that I'm slowly storing and selling. So I really value this, and even if you don't value it in the early days of your city, eventually you will get use for it. But again, only go for this if none of the other event daily specials interest you. And then finally we have the antique sealer. Again, if none of the rewards daily specials interest you, you can always pick up some daily specials and sell them directly to the antique dealer. For that, I recommend going for the Shrine of Knowledge. This one is the one that sells for the most amount of coins. It sells for just above 10,000 coins and 3 to 5 gems for 24 hours. If you want more gems, you can go for either the Wishing Well Shrink Kit or the Rogue Hideout. Those both sell for 6,000 coins and give you 5 to 9 gems. So more gems, but fewer coins. So for most, I would probably recommend the Shrine of Knowledge for the antique dealer. But again, if you really need some more gems, you can go for Rogue Hideout or the Wishing Well Shrink Kit. So with that, I'm gonna leave it there. I really hope this was helpful, giving you my thoughts on the top daily specials. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments. And again, keep an eye on my channel and on this video. If we get an update on the situation with the main building and getting it, I will post it here, pin a comment, and I will probably make an update video. So keep an eye out for that if you are interested in the main event building. But other than that, I will leave it there for now. I really hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the future.